Hello my friends, this is your guide to stippling. Stippling is a technique that uses placements of dots in order to create value, how light or dark something is going to be. I'm going to be using a couple of different materials for my stipples so that you can see what it looks like across different types of art supplies. I'm going to trace a circle. And I'm going to do it 3 times, one for each of my materials. Don't worry if you're crooked. You can always go back and fix it later. It's not that big of a deal. This is just a practice. Now, when you're stippling, you're not actually shading in with the side of the pencil like you normally would. You're actually just drawing dots. If the dots are super close together, that surface is going to look darker. And as the dots get further apart, it's going to look lighter. I have decided for this row, my light source is going to be coming from the left, which means all of my shadow is going to be on the right side. And now I'm actually drawing each little dot. I'm not just slamming my pencil down, because when kids do that, A, you break the tips, and B, it's harder to control where they're winding up and landing, and sometimes you don't get little dots, you get little dashes, and it doesn't look as careful and controlled. It's a lower craftsmanship. Since I want this to look round, I'm going to create almost a crescent shape with my stipples. Now, I want to add my midtones. I'm going to start placing them a little bit further apart. So I'm still using the same darkness, the same pressure, but I'm changing how the spacing is in order to create the value. And again, I'm still carefully placing, I'm not thunking. But because I want it rounded, I'm still using that curved crescent shape. You might have noticed too, the dots got a little bit bigger. The smaller and closer together they are, the darker it looks. As you keep going, if you go a little bit bigger or you go a little bit further apart, you get that lighter look. Let's say I'm drawing the shadow it casts onto the table. The darkest shadow. That's when I want to layer them as tightly as I can. I want to go even closer, where I'm barely leaving any space at all in between them. It gives you an illusion of depth and it gives you an illusion of texture. That's why artists use stippling. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill in my other 2 circles with different materials, but I'm also going to change the direction of the light source. So I'm going to do one as if it were top down, and then I'm going to do one as if it were the light source coming in from the right side this time. This one is just a regular ballpoint pen. Ballpoint pens are great for doing stippling. There's also types of drawing pens that you could use, like the Sharpie, but the smaller sizes, or pens like the microns that come in very, very fine points that you could use. But the principle stays the same. Farther apart equals lighter, closer together equals darker. I'm going to go ahead and enter fast forward mode so that you can see the finished project. And there we have it. 3 different materials. We have our pencil, our ballpoint pen, and our sharpie in stippling with 3 different angles of our light and shadow, so you can see how they're supposed to start to look. Now there is a way to do stippling using color. You can use stippling to visually mix color. There was a very brilliant French artist who did this called Georges Seurat, and you'll be learning a little bit about him and his visual color mixing in the next video.